Towards the end of the 20th century, the post office had moved most of its services out of this site to modern facilities. We were right at the end of the telegraph. People were still using them, but not in really important ways. You know, you might send someone a birthday greeting by telegram, weddings. But even the phones had become so automated that they didn't need a large staff of people looking after them. At the end of the 1980s, the post office moved out completely and the site was boarded up. And the government then went into discussions with a development company. The site would be developed into a hotel tower, 31 floors, an office tower, 29 floors. But the heritage building, which had strict heritage conditions on it at that time, would be developed into restaurants, bars, cafes, shops, that type of thing. Now, as part of the deal, the developer was able to knock down all of the 20th century buildings. So that included that postal hall that was connected at that stage to the old part of the building. And the developer were the ones who put this atrium roof on and the 3 walkways across to the old building. The lease for the hotel tower was taken out by the Western Hotel Group. It was a 99-year lease. But in 2017, the Fullerton were able to buy the property outright. Have any of you heard of this name before, Fullerton? No. Some of you, maybe? It's a Singapore company. Now, they have a hotel also in Hong Kong, but both of their properties in Singapore are heritage properties, and one of them is the old GPO. So they're used to working in this type of space. They also do tours through the GPO over in Singapore. So they wanted to have tours through this building. They believed that it deserved to have that. That's why I'm here today. They took over in 2017. They closed the property down for 2 years while they rebranded and did some restoration work. They worked on the heads, cleaning the heads around the building at that stage, but they also had a clockmaker look at the mechanism for the clock. Now, the clock had been automated at that time, but he thought the old mechanism, which was still around, was still good. It just needed a clean. So today, when you hear the clocks, you're listening to the original mechanism. They opened the hotel in 2019, just in time for COVID. It was a big problem for them because this name was not familiar to people here in Australia. And they made a difficult decision that they would just take in travellers from the local travellers, I guess. But for a lot of COVID, that just meant people within New South Wales because all of our state borders were closed. But there were times it meant people within a 5-kilometre radius. It meant that all of those businesses that were over there in the old part of the building had no patronage, and most of them folded during COVID. Things are starting to come back. Now, we're a big group, and the next place I'm going to take you is down to the first floor to see the grand staircase. But the grand staircase is where the restaurant is. We'll walk out onto the walkway. I'm going to suggest that what you do is just take a photo and then sort of move away so that other people can come and take their photo. I don't want to disturb the people dining down there too much, but I'm able to take you around and tell my story from the other side of the grand staircase.